Told my boy Skywanker, take a motherfucking seat.
Boy, Skywanker, take a motherfucking seat. Now he marching in the temple with the 501st Fleet.
You guys ready?
Aye, why not? Let's do it. Jumping in and that.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Four Jobbers Podcast. I'm, of course, Ginger Heat. I am the orange one. I am the Bret Hart Mark. I am pretty much the host of this thing, I guess, but we have guys who run through it differently. We have to talk about AEW this week, but I'm not alone to do it. We'll also get to Saturday Night's main event, but we are just so pumped about the show that just happened. And first, new father himself, the body from Kirkcaldy, Jordan Deves, all the way from Edinburgh, Scotland. Papa Moose himself. And of course, Jason the Peller, who is diving back into The Witcher 3. We're also big gaming marks on this podcast, so feel free to talk to us about video games, Star Wars, Pokemon, whatever it is that you're into. We're probably into it too, because we're big freaking nerds. I'm rocking the Mike Speedball Bailey shirt this week, and it's apt because AEW is coming to Montreal. This July, AEW is coming back to Montreal, and I can't freaking wait. Jason, are you excited for it? And Jordan, are you jealous?
I just hope we get to see MJF, because I think last time the stupid bastard stayed in the backstage or not even showed up, and it was pre-recorded. I don't know. So
still a great show, but yeah.
Well, if I don't see him, then I feel like, I didn't finish, if you know what I mean.
Ooh. Some man who knows how to finish, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, I'm very jealous. Although I'm trying to work out if it's completely inappropriate for me to disappear down to London and get tickets for All Out or whatever. I don't know. Like, it's in, what, 2.5 months? Can I leave a 2.5-month-old baby and just go to London? Probably. It'll be fine.
Any judgment from our friends? If it's any, they after a couple months they were they were up partying. Normal. They were back to normal. As long as you have the support at home and all of that, you got the grandpappies around. Yeah,
it's not impossible. I could definitely do. Although to be fair, they are doing. I'm pretty sure they're recording Dynamite from Glasgow, so I'd be tempted to get a couple of tickets for that. That might be quite fun. Fire through Glasgow and back. But yeah, man, like, it's not often we come on this podcast and the first thing we want to talk about is AEW. Like,
it's becoming more of a thing, I think, and it's like when we did the Riverside. We record on Riverside. It's a great platform. They did a recap of what our most said words were of 2025. The most said word on this podcast, which mainly talks about the other brand, is AEW. It ended up being what we talked about most. There was so much stuff that we ended up enjoying, and Jason and I put the money down on the table. We paid for the pay-per-view this past weekend. There's not a lot of options to buy it still. Like, I'm really hoping that AEW has a few more platforms to come out, or maybe their own platform. In the UK, Jordan, is it still... Can you go to like AEW.com? Like, how do you watch it?
I bought it. I put hard cash on the table as well. Saved up my money.
Don't they have like WWE Network in the UK?
There's a My AEW, but I don't think it's either not out or I didn't look into it enough. But I bought it through.
I think it's number 2.
DAZN.
Yeah. Oh, you have that there too. All right.
So. Yeah.
So I got it off payperview.com.
Nice.
I didn't even know that was
Amazon. It was $15 cheaper tthan stupid Amazon Prime.
How much did you pay for it?
40 Canadian dollars.
40 Canadian dollars.
Like 20 quid.
Okay. Yeah, I bought it. It was $19.99 for me. So
there you go.
Much the same.
Because they normally I get their stuff off Triller, but it's not on Triller anymore.
No, they have beef with Triller. Triller wasn't paying them.
Oh.
So they moved on.
Oh, well.
But Tony, if you're listening to this, which I know you are, we need some media passes for Montreal and for Glasgow and for London.
There we are. Oh yeah, definitely go if you pay for me to go. That'll be good.
Honestly, I just want to talk about overall, like what my thoughts and feelings were right off the bat. My expectations weren't super high. We've watched a lot of AEW pay-per-views before. We've spent money on them.
Hang on a minute. Just so everyone that's listening to this, we're talking about AEW Double or Nothing, the pay-per-view.
I haven't even said.
We're so excited. We haven't even said what it is.
AEW Double or Nothing. You're right. I didn't even say it. Double or nothing, double or nothing, double or nothing,
Double.
double or nothing. It was a banger of a show. I can't believe it. I'm actually excited to talk about it. I'm excited to talk about all the matches. We had a buddy come over, and he watches wrestling like now and then, stuff like that. And even he was into it. He started to like, because they did a good job having promos before the matches, so you knew what the story was going in, and every single match had story all over it. And it had a little bit of everything, right? You have nostalgia, because Edge and Christian come out, and he's like, Edge and Christian? No way. Or, sorry, Adam Copeland and Christian Cage come out, and he was like, oh my goodness, they're still doing it? Like, I can't believe it. And they looked so good. And then Jericho, and what a serenade for Jericho. Anyway, I don't want to get ahead of myself. Overall, were you guys happy with the show? And then we'll get into the card.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing, start to finish, was so much better than previous AEW pay-per-views for me. Like, it felt like everything had time, everything had space, everything was well thought out and well planned. There wasn't, 5,000 matches like they normally have on the card. Like, there was enough that I was like, okay, this is a really good flow. Yeah, there's some ad stuff and like stuff that happens in the middle of between matches and promo.
A wrestling show will always do that. I have no problem with a little bit of that.
It's a variety
right?
show. Like, you're meant to have all that kind of stuff in there. It's absolutely fine, so long as it doesn't overshadow the actual content. WWE, but
Hogan documentary.
This worked. And like, I'm looking at the matches in front of me right now, and there are two beautiful bookends on this pay-per-view. And then, there's some stuff right in the middle that I'm like, okay, do you know what? I don't really care about that. But actually, when I watched it, it was class. Crazy. It was absolutely class. Even the worst match on the card, I'm like, I still enjoyed it. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just, it wasn't great. I don't think I've felt like that coming out of a wrestling pay-per-view for a long time.
How refreshing is that to come out and be like, even the matches that I didn't care about either contestant going into it, by the end of it, they made me care. And I got to know every competitor a little bit more. And I'm excited to see what the storylines are coming out of this now, because there's more stuff happening. Jason, you obviously have been a WWE purist for a long time. You dabbled in AEW here and there. Overall, in general, what are your feelings about Double or Nothing?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a purist. I just watch WWE because like that is the standard. That's what we grew up with. That's just what wrestling is. So many people.
It's also the easiest accessible.
True, most accessible too. Yeah, and it is the main. It's the main brand. Like, it's the main place to go. Top dog. But I remember when AEW started in 2019. I was super excited, and I watched the first Dynamite, and I was going with it for weeks, and then obviously COVID happened, and they had so many ups and downs and whatever, So I don't have a lot to, like Jordan say, like base. I don't think I've seen a lot of their pay-per-views. I've seen a couple, but it's been so long. I don't know. So just judging this one, I really enjoyed it. It felt like a real wrestling show. It felt like it had some soul in it. It felt like people that love wrestling created it and like cultivated it, and it wasn't dominated by the overlords of ad revenue. You barely saw any ads. Like, it was all wrestling content, and the stuff they were selling you was the matches they were providing you. They weren't selling you the general insurance or ice cream cones. It was selling you the next match that's coming up, or this feud, or whatever, or the tournament that they're putting on, stuff that I'm not 100% familiar with, because they're still like winning me over, so to say. Like, I'm a new fan.
It was so nice to see tables without logos on them. Just pull out a table
without logos. Like, I don't think there's any logos in the ring. There maybe were a couple of hits. Like, we had to look for the logos instead of having to hide from them. That's the difference. Like, from the ads, like. And it was just refreshing. It was a real wrestling show.
You said it at one point. You called it out because there was like a shot where we could see Vita Coco like in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not even a big deal when it's just there. It's on the side.
It was like
in the ring is the AEW logo. Yeah, it's off to the side.
And I don't care if they have ads. It's just like when it's on the ring, it's on the tables, it's on the people coming out. It's just like too much. And then you have them in between matches. It's like, no. The WWE is spending more time selling you products rather than their own product, because it's just a given that you're going to watch. And they're right about that for a lot of people. But this was a really, really incredible wrestling show. it's weird for me because so many people that are AEW fans themselves are saying, "Oh, maybe this was the best of all time." So it's a weird time to come in when I'm just like, "Oh, this was really good," and everyone's like, "Yeah, it was real." Even for people that have seen pay-per-views all the time, they're like, "This was a exceptional special event. It wasn't just a good one." You know, it's one that probably one of their best ever, right? Like, would you say?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what a lot of people are saying. For me, one of the things that I think this did so well in is get people like yourself, Jason, who don't watch all of their content, who don't watch all their pay-per-views, to still enjoy it and still be part of it. And I think the reason that worked so well is you didn't need to understand. Hey, so before we came on the pod today, me and Jason were talking about The Witcher, right? And one of Jason's favorite things about The Witcher is knowing all of the lore and like going in every nook and cranny and understanding everything that's happening. And that's great. But then for somebody who doesn't know any of it and you come in and start trying to enjoy it, you're like, I don't understand what's happening here. And sometimes AEW feels like that because it's like the king of the indies. A match appears and you're like, all right, so I'm supposed to care about these two? Yeah, because 4 years ago on New Japan's pay-per-view, this happened, and that's why you should care. And I'm like, I didn't see that. It's the same reason I don't like Marvel. Like, there's so many things in Marvel that are all intertwined that you have to watch all
the multiverse,
80,000 films, otherwise you don't understand
really
the next one.
Up. Yeah,
Star Wars is getting there. I know you love Star Wars.
True. No, it is. It absolutely is. But this didn't have that with this pay-per-view. Like, you could watch this in a vacuum, and the promo packages before each match explained exactly what you needed to know. Perfect. That's what I want. That's exactly what I want.
Love it. All right, let's dive into the card. Let's talk about the first match. Let's get right into it, Jordan. What was the first match? And then maybe give me a couple feelings.
Okay. Well, first match on the card, like I said, we bookended this pay-per-view with two absolute bangers. We kick it off with Cage and Cope, Edge and Christian to the layman, defeating FTR and Stokely, or with Stokely, for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It was a New York street fight I quit match. Try and find as many stipulations as you can, put them all into one match. Oh, and by the way, if they had lost, they would have disbanded forever. It seems complicated, but it was pretty straightforward. It was just four dudes beating the absolute shit out of each other. But it wasn't like I guess sometimes AEW gets penciled as like, oh, it's like blood and guts and gore. And it was violent, but I wouldn't say it was bloody or gory or anything like that, but it was just violent. It was an absolute perfect way to open the show. And I think, like, most important person in that match, Christian Cage. Some of the stuff he said, well, the mic's getting handed to him, was absolutely class. He was able to bring the comedy into a violent encounter between these four guys. It was an incredible start to the night. What did you guys think?
Jake, give us your thoughts, man. I'm really curious because I watched it with him, so I know he enjoyed it, but we tried not to talk too much about it until now, so I'm actually really curious.
Or just sit in silence watching it.
Well, yeah, Andrew was talking the whole time.
Yeah. But I thought this was a good balance between the matches they've had that are brutal and bloody and maybe too much for some people, and WWE's like corporate garbage street fights, you know. It felt chaotic. It was violent enough without being gross or gory. You know, they all looked like they went through hell. The whole arena and tables and the ring itself looked like it went through hell. So just like destroying the whole environment right as the show's starting, I thought really started it off like well. And it was entertaining, and these guys just killed each other. And I think the right people won because it's a feel good moment for the nostalgia, and it was a real banger to like just wake everyone up and let them know what they're in for. You know, I guess good bookend, as you said earlier, like to start it off.
Yeah, I love people's reaction after the show. How they're like, "Wait a minute, this is live? It's not pre-recorded." People were like blown away. The fact that this was going on, that they were all over the place, they were everywhere, and this was not pre-recorded. They were actually doing this live. Like it was really great in that respect. And like you say, great bookend, and it also helps set this division up right? We've seen FTR do it. We've seen a lot of people run this division for a while, and now we've got something different, and it's going to be freaking hard to take the titles off these guys.
There's going to be some dream matches coming up. I mean, you've got Cage and Cope, Edge and Christian, whatever you want to call them, as the tag champs here. Like, the way that AEW works, anybody could come in, and I can't wait to see who it is that they're going to face over the next few months. It's going to be incredible.
Yeah.
How do I feel about them being the tag champs? It's not like they're here to usher in a new era of tag team wrestling. They're here to say, hey, look, remember this is what we do, and this is what we can do now. Kind of thing.
We can still do it, and they look
we can
so
still
good.
We can
Obviously,
use our spotlight for younger talent.
The super plank, whatever the pure plank is working. His abs are bigger than my biceps, so crazy.
Yeah, a beautiful match, a great start. Let's dive into the next one. This is probably one that I guess if you don't follow AEW, might have been a little bit harder to get excited about to begin with.
Yeah,
particularly because of the style of wrestling. And it's not that it's bad in any way, but I guess it's very much steeped in New Japan lore, if you want to call it that. But we had Konosuke Takeshita defeats Kazuchika Okada for the International Championship. It is a story that's, for the most part, happened in AEW, but their, friendship or feud, whatever you want to call it, goes all the way back to New Japan. So this was probably one of the weaker matches for me, because the whole, and I'm not trying to be offensive here, but see the whole like no sell move, and it's just like these guys are almost Super Saiyan, like they're kicking out of everything, and it's like, some guy will kick you in the face, and then immediately you're able to kick him back in the face. Now, come on, hang on a minute, I don't like that. It pulls me out of the reality that I'm watching, so I don't love that kind of style of wrestling. But again, still 19-minute match, 90 minutes of it, and I wasn't sitting there bored going,
oh wow, I didn't realize it was that long at all. And
same, 19 minutes.
We had the same feeling, at least I won't speak for him, but that night we were saying the same thing. It was like, okay, really good match. I'm very surprised at how much I enjoyed it, but the same thing, it's not my style necessarily, or at least not something I'm used to, is seeing that Super Saiyan no selling. When you're live, it's a very different experience. That energy just boosts you up, and the crowd was so into this match, so that added to it a lot. The crowd was great all night.
Yeah, they were.
Same for me, is like that's the only knock I would put against it, is the style of no selling is not my favorite thing. But if you can let it go, and like we all did, I think we got into it in the moment. We were able to just enjoy this match, watch the flow, and be like, wow, these guys are just masters of their craft. There's lots of story. You could tell they hate each other. I love the middle finger gimmick.
Yeah.
It was really, really fun, entertaining, and had story. So what more can I ask for?
I actually watched this match twice. I went back and watched it again because I feel like I didn't pay enough attention to it the first time, because like I was watching it, but I don't know the history between these two. Even though they had a hype up package or whatever, I just don't know the connection enough to feel that in the match. You could still follow along with the story they were telling in the ring regardless, but I feel like that would amplify it a lot, because this whole match, it starts off super fast. Like it's super choreographed. Is that a word?
Choreographed.
Choreographed.
I like choreographed better. It's super choreographed.
Choreographed.
Anyways.
And they're going really fast, and they're going at it, and then they kind of stop, and everyone applauds. Like we've seen that gimmick before.
Yeah.
And then throughout the whole match, Okada's trying to slow it down and be like snide and the heel, and so he would try to ramp it up with these high offensive moves, and he would just do some smack or something and go around like smiling to the crowd and playing it up. So is the balance of trying to slow it down and speed it up was cool, and then at the end they're both kind of just going at each other and throwing haymakers, and like you said, like there is selling in the match, but it's not continuous selling. Like to me, if you clothesline me and I fly down and I sell it really well, you sold the move, but there's selling to be done afterwards and throughout the match, and connected selling. Like that's what I like the most. I'm sure there's matches where I didn't care as much, but just in general, that's what I look for. So obviously, when you say no selling, they get hit, they go down, or sometimes they don't though. They'll just like not even show a face. Like he would throw an elbow in his chin, and then he would just like not sell it, which ultimately it's really what you enjoy in wrestling. Like they did a good job at this style and what they presented. I still enjoyed it, but it's not my favorite way of presenting wrestling, I guess,
The
Plus,
fact that they got us three to enjoy that match, and it's really not our style, and they did stuff that we're really usually not into, kudos to them.
Technically, you can appreciate it. You look at them doing these moves, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, I think that's Frank's Supper.
Yeah.
Ding, diddle, ding, ding.
That's Jason's supper.
No, mine's a bit later, but it's the same bowl.
Like Cyberpunk, you only eat out of vending machines or what?
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good match.
Just anyway, great match. Brilliant. Let's move on to the next match.
Choreographed.
Choreographed match. We had a quarterfinal match in the Women's Owen Hart Cup tournament between Athena and Mina Shirakawa. Athena winning there.
Athena and Mina. Nobody's Mina than Athena.
That's what I've heard. Let's go, Jason. Straight back to you. What do you think about this? This was the first women's match of the night. Again, not a whole lot of story here.
It's a tournament, right?
It's a tournament match, so it doesn't really need to be. But did you enjoy the match?
Yeah, it was okay. I didn't not enjoy it, but like I don't know a lot about Mina, and I know who Athena is, but based on Ember Moon.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you remember much about Ember Moon?
I remember Ember for sure.
But
and I think she looked really strong and good here, and she had to win because she's on like a year and a half streak or something with the ROH title.
Yeah, something like
so
that.
for her to lose a tournament match, it would be weird when you're holding the belt. It would kind of take away from it. So I'm like, she's got to win this, and she did. It makes sense. I don't know a lot about them and their stories in this promotion, so I wasn't super invested, but it was okay. If I had to like perfect this pay-per-view, I would probably cut this match or maybe one of the other ones, just to concise it up.
I would cut this match or maybe one of the other ones.
What does that
mean?
One of the other tournament matches, because there's multiple tournament matches on there.
Brad, any thought?
I don't know a lot about Mina other than Respresso is a huge
shout out Respresso. I think you like her a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. I think he's a little bit of a fan. Shout out to him.
Now every time I see her dance, all I see is him dancing.
It's
so much better, but still I can't deal with it.
So confusing.
Yes. How good is Athena? Like, just she made her look so good in this match. It looked like she had a chance because of how good she is at selling, because of how good she is at just booking the match and moving throughout the match and planning the next stages. She is a master of her craft. She's one of the best in the world, and that's what made this match so entertaining, and the right person won. So I enjoyed it. What about you, Jordan?
Do you know, I was thinking about Ember Moon, and I remember thinking she really didn't get a good enough chance in WWE, and she could have been
dominated NXT.
Great.
NXT
gimmick sucked.
The Ember Moon gimmick or her current gimmick?
Gimber Moon. Ember Moon.
Yeah, the name.
Yeah, like the name sucks, but I guess
and she was like a wolf or something.
Her character is pretty much the same now. Like she's just
sort of like a toned down version, though. She's more human than she was in WWE. They tried to make her, like Jason says, like, what are you taking a picture of?
Jordan's face is frozen like this.
It's not for me, but that's good.
Right. I was thinking about her, and I don't think she got a good chance in WWE to be what she could have been. And seeing her now, I'm like, that's exactly what I guess everybody wanted her to be. In WWE programming. But the thing that I love most about her is she has this ability to do moves and to do spots that are, as Jason would say, choreographed, but they don't look that way.
Yes.
So here's the example that I'll use. See her finisher? Her finisher has to be planned perfectly because it requires a few things to be in the right place at the right time. In the same way that Sol Ruka has to have her moves. People have to be in the right place.
Wonder if it inspired the Soul Snatcher.
Yeah, maybe. And I feel like more recently, Soul has really been botching, and not necessarily her fault, but like when your moveset is quite exclusively kind of hoping that someone else is going to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah.
You're opening yourself up to some problem there, right? And I think Athena also has a finisher that looks like that. And there's other moves in her arsenal as well that are similar. But she just makes everything look so smooth. And I'm just so impressed by that. So, yeah, I would love to see her go in and win the tournament. Why not? There's no reason why she can't.
When you talk to wrestlers and when they go 1-on-1 with the Ginger One, that's one of the things they talk about, because I asked them, what differentiates one wrestler to another to you? What is it that you see in a wrestler that you're like, now this guy is good? Or anyone that I've talked to that trained with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, or Kevin Steen and Rami, whatever you want to call them, on the come up, Mike Speedball Bailey, great example here in Montreal. They say it's the smoothness. They say it's not really something you can just teach, right? Yeah, it takes tons of hours and experience, and not just doing it, but also watching it to get that good. There's also like an inherent smoothness that not everybody is going to have. And she's one of those people that, you're right, she has it. She has that smoothness.
Yeah. Let's move on. We have another match. We're halfway through the card. We have Jon Moxley defeating Kyle O'Reilly by submission in a no time limit match for the Continental Championship. There we go. That took me a minute to read that because the whiskey is beginning to hit. It's been a month since I've been drinking, so here we go.
Rookie.
Yeah, I know, right? Weak. Need to build up that tolerance again. But yeah, Jon Moxley. Again, we know Jon Moxley, but we know what he's all about. We've seen him. He's been on a bit of a redemption arc as of late. Like he's kind of changed a little bit. He's also doing a little bit of training with Will Ospreay to get his mindset right for the tournament and all that kind of stuff. But Brad, we'll jump back to you. What did you think about this match? Did you think Jon Moxley was classic Jon Moxley? Did he feel a little bit different? Kyle O'Reilly, we know him a little bit. We saw him in mostly in NXT. How do you think this match went?
This is just a great wrestling match, and I absolutely love this new version of Moxley. And now we've all had, I think everyone in the wrestling world has had love-hate relationships with him. He's probably had a love-hate relationship with himself as he's gone up and down throughout life and up and down throughout the character. I love this version of the character. I love the experience, the grit, the grizzledness of him. And Kyle O'Reilly, Canadian, did a fantastic job, not only making himself look good, but making John look good. Because we know that Kyle doesn't have necessarily the most oozing of character, but he makes up for it in the ring, doesn't he? Holy. And I think Moxley is firing at a level that I love, and he's still got room to grow in this character. And I think everything that he's done with the Death Riders, I think people started to think that he was getting a little stale. I think people were starting to get done with it. And now this new iteration, I don't know where it goes, but I really like the direction that it's going. What about you?
I am bored of Jon Moxley because he, for a long, long time, has just been a one-trick pony. Like he comes out and he goes, "Yeah, I'm gonna break your bones," and then he bleeds.
It actually sounded like him.
That was a good impression.
Yeah, thanks. So like that's all you ever get from him, and then to see him be so like for not only was the title on the line, this was a redemption arc for him because Kyle has beaten him. Right, Kyle has made him tap twice, I think, before. So there was a good kind of backstory there that kind of helped along the way with this. And I like the fact that he was playing into Kyle's style of wrestling. It wasn't all about just, I'm going to rip you apart and beat you to a pulp and blood and guts. It was, I'm going to try and beat you in the submission game. And that's something that we haven't seen from him for a while. I'm not saying he doesn't have it. He obviously has it, but that's not his character of late.
In a long time.
And I liked seeing that from him. Like watching him be a technical wrestler and try and outskill someone. amazing. I'm so here for it. So yeah, I thought it was a great match. Again, like we're halfway through the card and we're still talking about a match that was almost 19 minutes again.
Wow. None of these
I'm
matches felt long to me.
I'm not bored by any of it. I mean,
wow.
This is the time you get for like main event and WWE stuff sometimes. So yeah, I'm here for it. Jason, any thought?
One of my thoughts right now is, as great as it is to have so much wrestling and so many matches, it really racks your brain to remember what happened in each one of them. Sometimes like certain things stand out, but they do start to mold together a little bit. Not all of them. And this one, I don't remember a lot about this one, to be honest, because I'm also tired of Moxley, his character, whatever it is. Like people are saying,
watch AEW.
I know what his character is, and I watched the last couple of weeks, and I watched his promos on YouTube, and I don't know, it doesn't do it for me. I'm not saying he's doing a bad job, but it just doesn't do it for me. Like it's too over. I don't buy it personally from him. It doesn't connect with me. I think it sounds kind of fake to me. But I know a lot of people like him, and I'm an outsider. I'm still learning, so whatever, it's fine.
No, but like I said at the start of this segment, whatever match talking conversation, most people are, I think, starting to get sick of it, or most people were kind of done with him, or most people were, even Moxley fans are just kind of like, it's not the hot heat that Moxley has had in AEW, where he's been at the top, and he was at the top because he was deservingly at the top. Mm-hmm. Now he's going for a title in a different level of the company, and
yeah, it's a downward trend. You got ebbs and flows in your wrestling life.
Yeah, so. Like we have Becky Lynch and others that go into the mid card and get titles, and we see what they can do with it. And here's an example of a top tier guy who's a heavyweight champion everywhere he's been, and here he is with a quote unquote mid card title. What is he going to do with it? And already, I thought this was a good start compared to what he was doing, and I think. Like you've said, the stuff with Will Ospreay has been refreshing and not only given Will a little bit of toughness that Moxley has, he's giving that over to Will, but Will is giving a little bit of freshness over to Mox, perhaps.
True.
Yeah, that's good for both of them. I think they both need it, but yeah. I don't have a lot to say on this match. I think you guys said it.
That's fair. Well, let's move into the men's Owen Hart Cup matches. There were two of them back to back. We'll talk about them at the same time because why not? Let's just have a bit of fun with it. Life's worth living. There you go. We had Will Ospreay defeating Samoa Joe and progressing, and then we had Swerve Strickland with Prince Nana defeating Bandito. Any thoughts on anything in particular in these two matches that you think is important to bring up?
I think I would cut one of them off the card to concise
Which
it up
one?
a little bit.
Pick one.
Probably the Swerve one, I think. Not because it wasn't a good match. It was very brutal and hard hitting and entertaining, but like two back-to-back tournament matches, I don't know, it was too much for me. And I think Samoa Joe and Will Ospreay is more interesting as far as the contrasting styles, but also Will Ospreay's trying to be more like Samoa Joe, sort of like. So it was interesting to see him go against someone like that. I know the no-selling accusations could be thrown towards Will Ospreay, but I find he is just so technically incredible to watch. I'm more willing to adapt what I enjoy to match whatever he's presenting. Like I feel like he's worth it to try and get invested in his matches. So seeing him versus Joe was really interesting. I enjoyed it.
Definitely like dream match caliber type of thing. That's something that you never thought you'd see. And I'm so glad it happened now that Will is in this version of himself. So he was able to deliver more of a style that I really like. And I think Joe brought that out of him. And if I had to cut one or the other, I would keep the Will Ospreay one just because it had more story. Him versus Joe is a dream match. Him versus Joe is all of these things. And all of the story of Moxley training him leading up to this match was so.
And he was watching at the start.
He was watching, so it just made it so good, oozing with story. On the other end, though, I was really impressed. I'm not a big Bandito guy, but I loved the match, and it was great to have Swerve back because I know Swerve was away for a little bit, and he was on like a media tour or whatever. And he's like, Tony, I need to come back and hurt people, and here he is. He came back. Did it need to be on here? Maybe not, but I think he's a big enough star to warrant being on the show, and I did not need it there. I was fine with it. So if I had to pick one or the other, I picked the Will and Joe match. I preferred it. The storytelling and everything going on there. I actually surprisingly enjoyed the other match when I really didn't think I would care So they did a good job getting me to care.
I think going into any tournament match, in any promotion, you're not really meant to care, especially at this earlier stage, right?
True.
It's just like the start of the tournament. So why should you care? But even, and I was thinking about this before, like both matches had a promo package in the lead up. Like you're telling me that the opening match for this is Will Ospreay versus Samoa Joe. And the entire promo package was, oh, by the way, Jon Moxley trained him so that he was ready to beat Joe. What? I don't think I've ever seen there be a promo package like that for the opening round of a tournament match.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, think about King of the Ring. Have you ever watched King of the Ring and you've had just use it, Gunther versus Bouncy Boy, right? And there's no promo package there. It's just, I'm going to win this tournament because I like it. Okay.
There's no time for promo packages.
I mean, yeah, even if you get them, right? But yeah, like the fact that they put the effort in to try and make the tournament more story driven, even though we know that you've set up everything in it, that in itself is impressive. I would agree Ospreay and Joe was definitely the better of the two, but I think that's just the star power that's in it. And that's not a knock on Swerve or Bandito at all. Both incredible talents. But we're talking about Ospreay and Joe. It's, it's a different league. It's a different league. But again, both middle of the card, and I'm beginning to flag at that point, before the hype towards the end. Still incredible. I wasn't losing focus. There were great matches.
But shout out to Swerve for a move I've never seen before, where he kind of leaped on top of Bandito, standing on his shoulders, and then kicked him in the head. That was pretty cool.
That was so sick. It reminded, I think I saw a meme, and it was like when Goku stands on top of, I don't know, whoever's head.
Oh, yeah.
And it kind of like was reminiscent of that. So that's cool.
Let's move on. We have 3 matches more to get through. We'll go through them as quickly as we possibly can, or not. We had the AEW Women's World Championship being defended by the Toxic Spider, Tekla, and she retained her title against Hikaru Shida, Jamie Hayter, and Chris Statlander. Jason,
I want to hear you, Jordan. This is two of your girls, and Tekla, who I've only recently become acquainted with.
I don't know these people that
was
much.
Impressed with her, but I'm curious what you thought about this
one. So a kind of a fatal 4-way, particularly in the women's division, I'm always skeptical of. I think because I'm a WWE fan more than anything. Because typically that means, we don't know what to do with the women, so we're just going to put them all in this match to get them on TV. So my concern was that this was, this could be. I didn't think it would be because of who's in it, but what it could be is just, let's get these women in the ring, get them their paychecks, and then send them home.
It's WWE PTSD.
Exactly. It'll be 5 minutes, 7, 8 minutes, something like that. And nothing will really happen. That's it, done. No. Granted, it wasn't the longest match of the night, but it was exactly what it had to be. You were able to see, again, we talk about story in this, it's oozing with story. You have Hikaru Shida and Chris Statlander, who are pals, and are they going to help each other through this match? Yeah, but then they maybe turn on each other. And then Jamie Hayter, who said all along that she should have been there against Tekla. Like, everything about this just worked. I don't know a lot about Tekla. I've watched her since she came in, and I thought, yeah, great. Like, I'm kind of enjoying her. I don't think she's the most incredible champion that AEW have had, but she's different, and she's a little bit fresh and kind of weird and kooky and really sexy, and like, yeah, she's great. I'm here for it. But this was a well worked match. You managed to get spotlight on everybody at some point in the match without it feeling like it was forced, if that makes sense. And like I say, with WWE, whenever you've got women's matches like this, it's typically, here's a spot. I'll tell you what, here's a perfect example, because we're about to talk about it later anyway. The 6-woman tag for opening Saturday night's main event.
Yeah.
That was a way of getting 6 women on the card in a fight. It's an exhibition. Here's all their big moves. Everyone cheers. We go home. Done.
Yeah.
that's what this could have been, but it wasn't. It was a contest. And I felt like anybody could have won. And at any moment, anything could have happened. And I enjoyed that. It kept me on the edge of my seat. Well done. You guys' thoughts?
I agree 100%. I wasn't expecting it to be this good. I was expecting, again, WWE PTSD. I was expecting a quick mess, garbage. Instead, we got really great wrestlers doing really great stuff. What more can you ask for on that? I was surprisingly happy to watch this match. Tekla, didn't know a lot about her going into it, was optimistic, I would say. I was like, I was hoping for something good, and I think she really delivered. Like you say, is she the most over? Is she the most whatever? I don't know, but right now, she's delivering, and I really enjoyed it, and she's different and weird, and I love that in wrestling, especially in this division that needs a little bit of something. So, kudos. Enjoyed it.
Yeah, I don't have a lot to add either. I'm just happy they got time to all show off what they can do rather than, like you said, just speeding through a speed run 4-woman match. So it was a good introduction to some of these individuals who I'm not familiar with. So I will be watching Dynamite tonight, actually.
Yep.
Yeah. In between, back and forth with the Habs game. And it'll be cool. Like, I'm excited to continue the story and see where we go, the fallout, if you will, from Double or Nothing.
Absolutely. 2 matches left. Stick with us. Here we go. We have a Stadium Stampede match. I cannot be bothered saying everybody's name that was in this match because it's going to take me too long.
Jericho
but basically,
friends and Ricochet
Jericho and his
people.
pals and Ricochet and his pals. Yeah. Stadium Stampede. What can you say? Half an hour of absolute chaos. I kind of liked it before when these matches were fought in a stadium. Like
that's what I thought was going to happen. I was looking for
I
that.
guess
this is the one people were surprised was live. Sorry, not the other one. This is the one people were surprised was live.
I
was surprised it was live too. I thought it was pre-recorded in the stadium.
Well, one of the first ones was during COVID, I'm pretty sure. And it was, they had the run of the entire stadium. That's why it felt that way. And I kind of liked that. It was, talk about it being different like that. That was really different. I don't think I've ever seen people fighting on a NFL football field before. That was weird. But if you're telling me they're all going to start in the ring and then suddenly end up somewhere else, it's not quite the same. It's not bad, but it's not quite the same. Again, this kind of match for me lends itself to being comedy. Like it's not meant to be taken serious. It's a bunch of spots and some over-the-top stupidness. What's his name? Not Gunther. What's the boy's name? Luther. Appearing with a massive tennis racket for no reason.
That was so good.
Okay, why not? Like, it's daft. And if you like that kind of wrestling, we spoke pro wrestling's a variety show. It should be like this. If you like that kind of stuff, this is perfect for you because it is just slapstick caricature type nonsense. But it was fun. I didn't hate it either. It was fun.
The tennis ball machine going off with Jericho in the back. He almost got hit in the face. He kind of looks up and was like, whoa, as it's still going.
One last one going off, yeah.
That was so funny. That got me a pop. I couldn't help on that. That was really funny. But overall, it was a good palate cleanser because we've had a bunch of like really good wrestling matches in a row. Then we just got absolute chaos for a minute. So I did enjoy that little break from the actual wrestling into just madness before we moved into the end.
Yeah, I'm surprised with how much I enjoyed this match, I would say. Because obviously you have some expectations with the name of it and what they've done before. And I was initially disappointed that it wasn't like on a football field or something because I was ignorant and it's the only one I saw like back in the day. But as it went on and the cool intro with Jericho's team setting the tone in that way, the amount of sequence and choreographed moves or just like, not moves so much but like spots and the connectivity of them, and it felt really like organic the way they moved throughout the backstage and the parking lot, and it just all really flowed incredibly well, I find. And it was entertaining through and through. They never let you like breathe, and there was always something going on, always something to watch. There was funny spots. There was like incredibly like dangerous looking spots, and the car crash outside. Apparently, they did that live, like, and people could see it when they were leaving the arena. Like everything, all these crazy like stunts and everything was so connected and well done. And I thought this was.
I love how they didn't actually kill him, right? They showed he like walks in later and it's like, okay, he didn't die. Like,
and then they show that he wasn't dead. Yeah. But this is something I would show like a casual fan of wrestling or someone that's getting into it and just like look at how crazy this could be. Like it's not always in the ring and whatever. I just really enjoyed myself. I thought it was, like Brad said, a great palate cleanser to like tournament matches and real wrestling and all this stuff. And obviously setting up for the main event, like it got me back awake and happy, and I don't know, it just did a really good job, and it was fun. I was really surprised asleep. How much I liked it. Not like asleep, but like you said, like it's a lot. Like even like I'd much more rather be drained from wrestling than watching ads, but it's still draining watching all this wrestling. It's a lot going on, and you're invested on all of it. So this was just a nice turn your brain off and enjoy break, you know.
Yeah, sure. And that takes us into the main event. Hair versus hair. Title versus hair, sorry. The AEW World Championship up for grabs. Darby Allin, he's held it for 30 days, 29 days, something like that. He's defended it 9 times or something stupid. And he's up against MJF, the man he won it from, in a match. Jason, you love MJF and his haircut. How did you feel about MJF winning that title back?
I think we understand now why Darby wanted to defend it so many times, so you can look back at a short reign, but it's like, oh, he defended it 1,000 times. That's amazing. So that's cool. I was happy with this match because I was invested, and it felt kind of like old school, younger days when I actually was clamoring for certain people to win. Like I really wanted MJF to win. Like I would be offended if he didn't. Like I was like this with him. I was connected. So I was really happy with the result, and I think they got there in an incredible way. Like I don't think that Darby looked soft or looked weak, or you know, he stood toe to toe with MJF. I would say he controlled a lot of the match. It felt like. Honestly, so I think MJF, yeah, he's the greatest that they have on AEW. He's one of the greatest that you can have at any promotion. He can do anything you want. He can sell a fight with his mouth, or he can do it with like a death match or a technical match or a long match. Anything. He can fight with anyone. And shout out to Darby too, because he is really entertaining to watch. And as much as I was saying like he shouldn't have the title anymore, it should be MJF. Who knows? Maybe he should get a title reign down the line once again. You know, because he is very unique and interesting to watch. And if they can build the character enough around that and make it make sense that he's continuing to get title shots, then why not? But ultimately, the right man won. You go home feeling good. There was a weird heel turn after the match. I don't know a lot about the person that turned heel, so it doesn't hit as much with me. But, you know, interesting going forward. And,
it's a great setup for it, though. Great setup for it. Like, I remember watching it and thinking, oh, he's come out to protect his pal. Like, they've been friends. Like, it looked good. Then he gets up on the turnbuckle, and I'm like, yep, that makes sense. He's going to shout at him. You get that pose at the end of the night with him standing like, hey, stay away from my friend. Or is he? You know, and then, like, that's it. It's a great moment. Like, I'm here for it. Again, I don't know an awful lot about Kevin Knight. He's not somebody that I've kind of followed. But
now I'm interested.
But now, yeah, that's it. Exactly. Like, you had 1 2-minute spot at the end of a pay-per-view, and now I'm like, who's this guy?
Why do you do that?
Some of his stuff.
Why do you do that? Yeah.
Well, you know, what's going to happen on Dynamite this week? I want to find out, you know? So yeah, I thought it was a great match. Again, Darby is super interesting because he's willing to do things that pretty much no one else is willing to do unless you're Mick Foley. Obviously, there's that tie in there, right? But it was never going to be anything but this for me. I kind of, the minute I knew MJF was coming back to get that title, he was going to get it back from Darby because he was going to do anything it took to get that title. The fact that it was title versus hair was just a way to get us to be like, oh, maybe he's going bald, and maybe this is a good way for him. Nah, pish. MJF's taking that title back, and he's taking you for a ride. It's going to be class. And this, yeah, the finish of the match, the idea being that Darby's just exhausted and just can't continue because he's such an immature champion that he's defended it openly for 30 days. Yeah, fine. That's what you get. Tough.
That's his character. He burns the candle at both ends and he goes all out. So it's not going to last long if you're like,
no.
You know.
Beautiful.
It's exactly what it should have been. It was his run. I think now that we know that it's ended, his run will be remembered because it was short, but not because it was short
Shocking
because
moment.
he was bad. It was short because he was so good in that time that he just burnt out and died. Fine.
Defended
See
it
the
so
way
many
he started
times,
the match?
Yeah.
Like landing on the back of his neck, like instantly. I even though I was like, oh, like, I can't believe it, like already, like
yeah.
So you're
and then he's still got
like,
like 25 minutes left or whatever. Yeah.
And obviously the spot off the stage was a classic, a nice throwback to Mick Foley, a Cactus Jack, and a memorable spot that will go down in AEW history.
I definitely got worked in this match. I mean, maybe it's because I was there with Jason, the biggest MJF mark in the world, and he was so into it. And he wanted MJF to win so bad that I started wanting Darby to win, and I started wanting, picturing it like,
oh, my friend wants that guy to win.
Head.
No.
I'm not having that.
It's only because of all these years of you being a Shawn fan and shitting on Brett. Although you do appreciate him now, I will admit. But there was part of me that was like really hoping that Darby would win to see what would happen. But it didn't. And then right after when MJF wins, it's like, oh, well, of course MJF wins. Then they hit us with something else. So that feeling was gone immediately because now I'm like, Darby has something to do. I want to know more what's going on. Why did this guy turn on him? I want to see what happens with Darby Allin going forward, even if he doesn't have the title. But the title is back where it belongs on MJF. So I'm very happy about that. And like you said, Jay, there's so much there. And Mick Foley is all elite. Jordan, the person that looks most like you or the person you look the most like in the wrestling world, other than maybe MJF.
Do you know what? If Mick's cutting ties with WWE and getting involved in AEW, it's probably more of a political thing than it is a business thing from him. But I don't want to see him much. But when he does appear, I'm gonna pop.
Said,
I'm gonna.
But
pop.
he was
I'm
good
like,
on the pre-show. He was good for this, and MJF came out, kicked him in the balls. Like that interaction, that back and forth was
good.
Perfect.
Yeah. I want him to turn up, say a couple of things. Okay, thank you. Go away again. That's fine. That's all I need from you. But yeah, it's always nice seeing him.
I agree. I really hope that he's used sparingly, special occasions only. We don't need to see him all the time. As much as we love him, we want to see him. He should only be around on in the wrestling, in kayfabe.
Yeah.
Very rare.
Yeah. Consultant role, essentially.
Yeah, do whatever you want backstage. You can be at every show and help people and teach people. You have so much to give. But on camera, let's keep it special.
We're fine. Yeah. But there you have it. AEW Double or Nothing. That was your card. I want a rating from you guys out of 10. Let's start with Jason. Jason, give me an out of 10. What do you give this card?
I think I'll give it like a 8.4.
8.4. Wow, high. I'm here for it, Brad.
Yeah.
I was thinking high 8s, so I'm gonna go like 8.7.
Wow,
really enjoyed it.
I was right in the middle of that. I think I would have said 8.6, but yeah.
I was thinking 8.6. I was like, nah, I gotta go for it.
Yeah, I'll go 8.6. 8.6 for me. Like, it's a great card. Like, I'm trying to think why am I taking points off it? What would make it better? And I think
a lot of it for me is just not knowing, like,
and that's fair.
As much. Not
I
being
think
involved.
The only thing that I would maybe change out of everything if I'm looking at it, I think you're right. 3 tournament matches on the card is maybe a little
cut
bit
Athena
much.
and Mina, and you got to cut Swerve and Bandito, and then it leaves you with 7 matches.
Or maybe it's just timing because those are like early on in the tournament. So if we're gonna have 3 tournament matches on such a good card, and they're all
crushed into like the middle of the card as well.
They're right in the middle. So if they were like later in the tournament, they're bigger matches, bigger stars, maybe.
Yeah, and then I would say the only other thing, and it's really not fair to have this as a point. I don't know if the turn from Kevin Knight is a big enough reason for me to be because I don't care about him, and I don't think I'm alone in that. It's not that he's bad. It's nothing to do with that. But if it was a bigger name, I think that would have been more impactful.
I don't think maybe it's not meant to be the main. The main takeaway is MJF won, and here's a little bonus. Darby's going to do this. So
100%.
Yeah, I like
100%. I get that. I totally get that. But tell you what, there you have it. That's your card. You know what? We could talk about Saturday Night Main Event. It was absolutely pish. No, it wasn't actually too bad. It was fine. But by
it wasn't too bad for what it was. And you can't compare the two. I see people comparing them because they're losers.
No, don't compare
the two. Whatever.
No.
It was good for what it was.
We said in our chat that it's probably one of the better Saturday Night Main Events that we've had.
More wrestling.
There was more wrestling. I think they did a good job of keeping the flow in it pretty well.
Give me your standout match, Jordan, first, and then Jason. What's your standout match, Jordan? If you're looking at the card, I know that we don't have it up necessarily, but maybe just one match or one thing that stood out for you from Saturday Night's Main Event. And I know it's hard to remember because we watched all of that, and then you're watching all of Double or Nothing. That's a lot of wrestling.
And then thousands of hours of other stuff in between.
Yeah, and then all the scrolling your phone. And
okay, so I'll give you the matches just as we're quickly going through it. You've got we mentioned it earlier, the 6-women tag match, Jade Cargill, Michin and B-Fab defeating Rhea, Charlotte and Alexa. You had Sol Ruka defeating Becky Lynch, sort of by disqualification.
That one's not as good as I remember, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't actually that good.
That Sol Ruka match, I was hype on her for the first 30 seconds to a minute. She was going fast and she looked good, and then they did that ridiculous ref bump. And they just tossed the match away. And I'm like, I was with this. I was having fun.
Yeah,
what the heck?
Such a waste. And I know that the reason they've done it is to build that feud to a bigger pay-per-view, but
that's such pish.
The feud isn't big enough for me to care for you to carry it on.
There's no feud yet. Yeah, I don't know.
There's no feud.
Rubbish. Penta defeating Ethan Page. Great match.
Solid.
Ethan,
yeah, solid.
It was a great clash of AJ Styles. Clash of styles here between Penta and Ethan, and I think it worked really well. You had Page and Bree defeating Lash and Nia to retain their titles. Again, do you know what? It was fine. It did what it had to do. It was fine. And you had the Vision defeating the Street Profits. I'd probably say this was match of the night.
Yeah.
It had the most story. There was, I think I said to you guys, I think this did a lot for Angelo Dawkins. It made him look good.
Do you see what happened on Raw to him?
Well, yeah. Do you know what? I'm talking about this match.
Yeah, no, he looked good. I love the bump when he pushed Braun Breaker.
Unreal.
Over the tables.
It did a lot for him. I think it progressed a little bit of the story. If you take this match in a vacuum on that card, it was definitely the standout. But again, maybe I'm just basing it on the fact that the rest of the card was okay. Brad, any thought?
Yeah, I'd say the same. The more you go over the card, the more I'm like, did I actually really enjoy the show as much as I thought I did, or did I?
Problem is, I've watched this before.
For a show like this, it's harder to break it down match by match. It's supposed to be more about the story in between and what you're building. It's like an amplified weekly show in a way.
It is.
I think my favorite thing is just that everything going on with Montez. He's on TV more. Yeah. He's interesting.
He had a singles match on Raw.
I don't know.
So are we getting it? Maybe it seems like Dawkins
got concertoed with one concer and
one concer
and it missed
the biggest news coming out
horribly. It looks so bad. He just smacked the steel 10 feet away.
So bad. Don't even do that.
Angle, they needed to cut it.
Don't do it then if you got to fake it that much.
If you're going to be doing those things, give us the crowd view. Zoom out.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't need to be close up to these things. Yeah, give us the fucking blimp view. I don't want to be anywhere near that shit. But it does mean that Montez Ford is moving into his singles arc.
It looks like he's teaming up with Seth, though. I'm like, no more teams. What the heck?
Yeah, if you're going to take him out of this and just team him with Seth, come on.
Is that just to teach him? Does he need to learn? I don't know.
The only other thing they could do with this to try and save it a little bit, and I don't want it to happen, but it could make it interesting. Dawkins is out. Logan is out. Tez teams with Seth, but turns on Seth and joins the Vision.
Whoa!
If you
what
put
would
Tez,
be his explanation though?
because fuck you, Seth. You're the reason.
They smash his friend.
But then we do what they always wanted. He gets the girls. He gets the money.
I want him to be a heel. I think it would be great. But
I think he'd be a great heel.
Hopefully he gets there. It doesn't even matter, I guess. But whatever.
We'll see. But you know what? It is intriguing. But we don't need to go over the rest of the card. It was pish. Forget it. Get out of here. I'm reading the results and remembering what happened, and I'm like, this was rubbish.
I know. I was like, it wasn't that bad.
Initial viewing was good.
initial viewing was, but then I watched Double or Nothing the next night, and I was like, oh, never
It's
mind.
true.
This
And
is
honestly, like, I feel like a 10 out of 10 coming out of Double or Nothing, like, as far as me wanting to look into AEW more now.
Yeah,
true.
for sure.
So, and, you know, I don't have to be a fan of one or the other. I like wrestling. If wrestling's good, I'll watch. I'll watch TNA if it's great and someone tells me to watch it. I don't care. No loyalties.
There you have it.
These clones ain't loyal.
Oh, so good.
It's so good. The clones.
Oh.
These clones. Oh, these crones. Oh, Jason Witcher.
Told my boy Skywanker, take a motherfucking seat. Now
every time I hear that line now, I think of you.
Tempo.
Like,
it's so good. Every time we hear it.
Actually, I was looking it up today, and in Apple Music, there's a little picture of Jordan underneath the song. It says, "Your friend Jordan listened to this," and is that your face?
Really?
I was going to send it, but I was on that work call.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's in there.
There you are. Well, everybody, if you've not heard it, listen to These Clones Ain't Loyal. What's the name of the guy again?
Something, isn't he like an AI?
It's like an AI.
AIM Jedi?
AI guy?
AIM Jedi. There you go.
So good.
These Clones Ain't Loyal. Gotta listen to it. Very good. Very good.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of The Four Jobbers. We're going to be back next week. Maybe we'll have the Waxy the Venomous, the son of the dentist. We wish him all the best. His wife is about to pop, so he's got a lot going on. But Jordan's has popped, so he is back. So if you want to wish Jordan, congratulations. Go reach out to him on our socials. We love you guys, and we'll see you next freaking week. Peace.
Sausage.